Hello and welcome back to Chapter 7, Lecture number 11. So we ended up with adding these sandstone borders on the windows and this small ornaments, this arch ornaments on top of the sandstone border. And I also like to add a sandstone line right there on this level and on the top part. So let's focus on this before we continue. So left click on the tower and select 3 of these faces. Perfect. Go to the render view and we're going to use this border. Let's take a look how that works out. I want to have a smaller one. Alright, I think even smaller. Very small line. It's a sort of a medieval thing to add this border. It's such a nice color. And it works as a sort of a transition line. Sometimes I add a sort of a dirt underneath it, but you have a lot of brick. And of course you add variation by just these white spots, but these border lines just balance this whole brick thing. So it has definitely a sort of a function. It's not that I do this for fun. Let's go to the top one. Of course you have to point out why you add these sort of things. I'm aware of that. But yeah, that's because I do this. And for almost everything. There are so many types of medieval structures. So I work a lot with brick ones, but sometimes with medieval, with these big stones as well. Bigger, 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 bigger. Just try to use a different spot than this one. Looking good. I have to say that. I can't say this looks ugly, but I'm honest. We're doing really well. Nah, that one needs to be deselected. This is good. So we go for box projection. Oh no! Box cube projection. We did something wrong, definitely. Okay. The problem is that we also have the top part, and we need to deselect it. I'll go to solid. This is challenging. And try to deselect it. This area, come on, this is a small area, and these ones as well. So close. Alright, just check. Okay, so try to, we have it. Perfect. So we grab it, go to the render view and scale it down, and as Y. So the top has a very, it has a nice transition from brick to sandstone, and then you go back to the roof. Alright, so a challenge for you. I want you to add these sandstone window borders on all the holes we have. So we have the small one, we have the bigger one, and we have the one on the left side. So good luck with it, and we are back in a second. I will pause the video. And welcome back. So I worked on the other holes and applied the texture in the sandstone UV map. So look around and we have this version. I hope it works for you, because it can be a little bit challenging, but yeah, this is what we have. So I like to focus on the cylindrical tower and using the same material as the square one. So this is castle brick. Looks purple. No, it's updating. So we click in castle brick and we have to enable. I'll first go for I think it's a cylindrical projection. Yes. And we need to scale this. I need to scale this a bit more. want to have the same brick size. You just can put it right there. It's matching. It's pretty close. Maybe a bit bigger, but we can keep tuning this. So you can see the white spots are visible on this area as well. And we want to add a sandstone. And we need to scale this texture and make it smaller so we can easily work on it. So we have to do exactly the same as we did on the cube tower. Let's go to the front view and we select this area. There you go. And maybe a bit more. This tower has more vertices to work with. That's nice. Let's remove these. And we have them in the background. And now we make a projection. Project from view. And we want to have this tall window. Make it a bit smaller. We need to have it in line. Challenging? Yes, it is. Go to the render view. I think this one is too big. I mean, it's looking not that nice. So need to do a bit more scaling. Looks better. So later we will add these window frames, and then we will nicely blend. All right, and want one over here as well, and then we'll pause the video, and you can do these small ones, and you can pick a texture you prefer. All right, I think that's too much. Maybe this line will do. And we have to deselect these as well. And you project from view, go to render view, and same as the other one, I like to just swipe it, make it smaller. And there you go. Bigger and smaller, and bigger and smaller. Stretch it a bit more. Alright, so by twisting it, it just looks different than the one underneath. That's great. And you have hatches. Later on we will add hatches and you won't really see it's just a duplicated image. Alright, so you can continue. I like to see an arch on top of it and a sandstone border on these small windows as well. Alright, we'll pause it and see you in a second. Hello and welcome back. So I finished these sandstone borders on top, and I added a small arch right there. I like to continue to work on it and add a sandstone line in the middle because we extruded this a little bit. Let's grab all of these and go to the render view and scale this, and we go to the bottom part, scale it a bit more. It's too big. And as Y should be smaller and taller. This is too small. Something between. What? I like this one. We want to have one on top and try to add one more and scale it. Scale it, and as Y, render view, smaller. You don't want to have these stretched looking bricks. Yeah, looking good. And I want one over here. That's a challenging one. We don't want to affect, let's say, these. Disable. This one is pretty good. Go to render view and scale it. SY, SX. bit more. All right. So we're almost finished, but we are out of time for this lecture, so we can continue in the next one. All right, thanks for watching and see you in a second. Bye-bye.